Hi everyone, my name is Kara Sipkowski, and I'm the 2012-2013 Northeast Region Area 5 VOA President. Welcome to our presentation on Program for Every Type of Youth, a comprehensive guide into creating and maintaining an intriguing program for today's youth. Written and developed by the Northeast Region Area 5 Vice President of Program, Aaron Greyer, who's an excited and 99% active venturer. Program for every type of youth. By the end of this presentation, you, as an advisor, will be able to understand and characterize the different types of youth venturers. Understand the venturing cycle. Create, maintain, and carry out a successful program in your crew. Understand how program can and does affect membership. And utilize resources in this presentation to aid in your endeavor. As an advisor, it is crucial that you understand that there is a variety of types of venturers. Because of this fact, it is not possible for every youth program to apply to every single venturer in your crew. People are individuals, and they have different interests. A variety of programs will ensure the best rate of success possible for your particular crew. Nevertheless, before any program can be established in your crew, you must be able to recognize and characterize the following types of venturers in your crew. The classifications of venturing youth. Now, before we go into these classifications, it's important to note that these are not any scientific or nationally deemed titles or names or stereotypes that are given to venturers. These, however, are typical characteristics that we have seen throughout our venturing years as youth that we find that many venturers fall into. As such, these are the following categories: the non-active venturer, the new venturer, casual venturer, the too cool for school venturer, the excited venturer, and the 99% active venturer. There may be hundreds of other classifications, but in our experience, these are often the most prevalent in crews around the country. You may already be beginning to see your youth as one of these types. Let's start with the first one, the non-active venturer. The non-active venturer would generally fall under the category as one who is registered in a crew but really does not partake in any activity whatsoever, or has someone who has never been exposed to the venturing program and therefore cannot reap the benefits of it. The new venturer. As you may have already guessed, the new venturer is exactly that, new to the program. He or she may not be registered in a crew, but they may have been exposed to the program. This gives them a chance to begin to reap the benefits of the venturing program. However, they may have some hesitations. Many will cite being busy to avoid activities that they do not feel comfortable partaking in, simply because they are not yet comfortable with their crew. It's a new environment, and they may still be in a storming stage. This is where you, as an advisor, hold one of your greatest roles in the aspect of membership. Youth often have trouble encouraging their peers because they do not want to miss out on anything themselves. It is partially your job as an advisor to step in and encourage this new venturer into participating. If you have taken Wood Badge training before, this may sound similar to when you were learning about the storming and norming stages of a new group coming together as one. A new venture can sometimes upset a balance. Remember, as a leader and an adult advisor, it is important to step in when necessary and step out when you feel that the group is working together as one. The casual venturer. The casual venturer is registered in a crew and occasionally shows up to meetings. However, they may still show some reservations and hold back for any number of reasons. They generally enjoy the program, and they have begun to realize what it offers. Most will participate in at least one crew-sponsored event a year. The casual venturer is one of the most important types for you as an advisor to recognize. They are generally the easiest to transform into fully participating members, It may just take a little participation and a little shove in the right direction. Next is our most catchy name, the Too School for Cool Venturer. Have you ever noticed that one person, no matter where you are, shows up and just causes more headaches than necessary? Well, the next type of venturer can sometimes be just that. A too cool for school venturer can sometimes show up to a meeting and event on a relatively regular basis, but will only participate willingly if something piques their interest. They are unwilling to help and unwilling to try new things. However, every youth is offered the same opportunity in the venturing program, and while it may be difficult at times, you as an advisor have to be ready and willing to help your officers when a problem arises. You cannot deal with the problem by ignoring it either. It must be tackled head on, and hopefully you succeed into making this youth get the most that he or she can get out of the program. Sometimes the answer is simply just sitting down and talking to them. Find out what the issue is. Youth are not so foreign. They're people too. Usually, if someone shows an interest in them, they'll be more than willing to talk something out. Just remember, be respectful and nice, just as you would to an adult. The excited venturer. Now, I have nothing to say but good news about the excited venturer. He or she participates in a large portion of meetings and events and has a really good attitude about it. No matter what they are doing, they attempt to make the best out of it. For the most part, they always have a great time. Because of this, they often promote the program to their friends and can become one of the greatest assets to recruitment. Usually the excited venturer also is a great candidate for any leadership position in your crew. Remember, look at every single crew member you have. They all have different talents, wants, dreams, needs, and desires. Look at them all as individuals and try to see how they can benefit the most from venturing. The 99% active venturer. Now this type is exactly what the label says. They will be almost, if not at all meetings and activities sponsored by the crew, as well as part of the Venturing Officers Association on any tier, whether it be the district, council, area, regional, or national. They will always be willing to help out, and they'll usually always have a good time. And they are quite possibly the strongest asset a crew can have. And sometimes it only takes one 99% active venturer to be the cornerstone that holds a crew together during tough times. Ultimately, though, you as an advisor are going to be the backbone of a crew. You create the foundation, and you let them grow and soar to new heights. Picking a program. In order for a program to be successful, one of the key components is that it is youth-led. Youth-led does not mean that one or two officers dominate what occurs, but that everyone needs to develop programs that they will enjoy. Every youth needs to feel like they are a stakeholder in their crew. As an advisor, you cannot let your interests get involved either. You are there to support the youth in the program that they choose. They know what will pique up their interest in their peers and themselves by running their own programs. This can increase membership as well. Sometimes the simplest explanation to creating a program is talking to each youth. Ask them what they want to do. Ask them, if you could do anything this weekend, what would you do? There's plenty of resources out there developed by National, things such as program development sheets, where you can click off check marks that label exactly what you as an individual crew member want to do. Or it's helpful to hold meetings where you just simply sit down and decide what you want to do. Create a calendar for your entire year. Remember, as a youth, it's your world, your time, your venturing. And as an advisor, you have to help them get there. The venturing cycle. As previously stated, there are many types of venturers. Most venturers will be classified as at least one type, or they may fall in between one or two. It's also possible to transition between types. In fact, this change happens quite frequently, and there's nothing wrong with this transition. Just keep in mind that an ultimate goal would be to have everyone benefit from the program. Usually this happens when a venturer reaches the 99% active status. Remember, it's the program that's placed in front of each venturer that gets each youth to stay in the program. Overall, it will often influence change within them and help them move through the cycle. To restate the point, it is crucial that you understand what types of venturers can exist within a crew, especially your own. Without this knowledge, program that the crew participates in can actually destroy the crew. Guaranteeing that the youth select an appropriate program for them will determine the success of a crew. Correct program equals success. Have your crew decide what they want to do. Ask them. Let them make the decisions. They know exactly what they're interested in. Go off from there and then see what you guys can come up with. Once the youth have decided on a program, it's up to you as an advisor to help them accomplish their goals. Do not let the youth get down on themselves when they make a critical mistake. Remember, they are exactly that, youth, and mistakes are how they're going to learn and develop. Coach them through it and help them plan to avoid the same problem in the future. For example, after a crew camping trip that was run entirely by the youth, you can sit them all down and play the game Roses, Buds, and Thorns. Ask them to say their rose, what they really loved about the trip, and a bud, what was okay but could have been better, and then a thorn, what they thought really needed some help. This is the same concept as asking them, what do you think we did wrong? What could we have done better, and what can we learn from this? Also, do not take over when a critical mistake is made. As an advisor, you are there to help your youth through it, not take over. As long as you, as the advisor, advise the youth, your crew will be on a smooth sailing ship to success. Remember to use EDGE. Explain, demonstrate, guide, enable. EDGE. Program equals membership. What is a program without membership participation? And what is a crew full of eager members without a program? The answer is unsuccessful. One cannot exist peacefully without the other. A strong program will keep your current members active and draw in new members. You cannot have a program without members. It's simple and easy for every single one of your youth to say they had a great time that weekend and to tell all their friends at school. It's naturally how a teenager will socially work. Simply by having a strong program, you're going to be able to recruit new members into your crew. Here are some other resources for success. Read up on them and help your crew grow. Lessons Learned for Venturing Crews, published in the Venturing Electronic Magazine in 2002. Developed by a youth, but it's very informal and helpful for creating and maintaining program. You can find it at the URL below. And the Venturing Leadership Manual is the time-tested book for venturing, and it covers everything from A to Z about venturing. This has been our presentation on how to create a program for every type of youth, developed and produced by the Northeast Region Area 5 Venturing Officers Association. Questions?